Hello one and all, and welcome back to a new video by GotSpeed. Today we'll be talking about buying a pre-owned S-Class 1.6, and for people who are planning to buy this car, do watch it till the end, wherein I'll tell you what all you should look for in a vehicle, and should you actually be buying a used 1.6 or not, and every details about this car. So before we get to the main topic, here are some cinematic shots. So sit back, relax and enjoy them. So let's first begin with the heart of the matter, the engine, which is the most legendary engine the Maruti Suzuki has ever offered in India. So powering the S-Class over here is a 1.6 liter DDIS 320 engine. You can see the engine bay, it is quite large, and even the engine is quite big, and it uses up most of the space. And the power figures are 118 bhp and 320 Nm of peak torque, and it is a very powerful engine indeed, and even at the power figures. So talking about the vehicle we have over here, this is my S-Class 1.6, which I bought pre-owned a few months back, and this is the 2015 Zeta model, that is one below the top end Alpha. So this is the 1.6 Zeta, and I've been owning it for the last few months, and I'll tell you everything about the buying process and all. So first of all, let's talk about the details of the car. So as you can see in the video, I'll be showing you a quick walk around of the car. Like you can see the grille over here, I showed you the headlights and fog lights. The bonnet line is a little low, and you can see the overall front appeal of the car looks pretty nice, and to me it looks a slightly little better than the current outgoing S-Cross. And this is how the front of the car looks. The bonnet line is a little too low and the hood is very long, so front bump sometimes it does touch the front speed breakers. Here are your tires, and the size of the tires is 205 by 65 R16. Disc brakes at the front and back both, and silver alloy wheels, and you can see Yokohama tires. The stock tires are JK tires, but I changed them to Yokohama. By I mean the previous one already had changed them to Yokohama, and these tires perform exceptionally very well at high speeds. The grip levels, the comfort, the silence, everything is pretty great with the tires. The overall dimensions of the car is pretty nice. It is pretty big, even though you don't feel that big because it is a crossover, not an SUV. Coming towards the rear, it looks exactly the same as the outgoing S-Cross which is selling right now. It is exactly the same, no differences over there, except the fact that the top end models now get LED tail lights, and the rear does look little more better to me. Here is your tail light and S-Cross badging, and over here is the legendary 1.6 badge. This 1.6 badge is something which makes this car stand out among normal cars, normal S-Crosses. And here's the boot space, pretty enough to carry weekend long luggage and enough for 4 to 5 people. You get request sensors on 3 doors, 2 front doors and the rear boot. 3 request sensors, rear defoggers, and I'll show the back seat real quick. So the space is pretty generous. Even for tall people, you won't feel any difficulties, and you can access the boot from here. That's pretty nice, and space is really nice, quite nice, and the car is wide, so 3 people inside is not a very big issue. But there's no rear AC vent over there. That's a small miss. Here's the rear door with a door pocket designed for a 1 liter bottle, and you can see some accessories like rain visors and chrome door handles, and then extra chrome beadings. So overall, this car was a pretty nice buy for me. I'll share the details with you right now. So here is how the dashboard looks, the front door, and here's the key of the vehicle. Only two buttons, lock and unlock the car, nothing else. And you can also buy keychains to make it look a little more better if you want. Here you see dashboard covered in soft ash material and hard plastic as well. Looks really neat to me, and it is very similar to the outgoing models of the S-Cross. And I showed you the car. I've showed you enough. So let's now get to the main topic about the S-Cross 1.6 and the details. So first I'll share about my car. So the asking rate for my car was nearly 6 lakhs as I remember, and I bought it at a price of 5.5 lakhs. But apart from this, I had to buy external insurance, which costed me nearly 18,000, and then I had to send the car for its service before it even came home because I wanted the car to be in a perfect shape. Now, the thing I'd like to discuss with you is what to look in a S-Cross 1.6 when you go for inspection. So first of all, do take somebody from Maruti Suzuki who can inspect your car, and do get the service history checked. Look at the condition of the car externally, internally. Get the engine checked at some Maruti Suzuki dealership. And the reason I'm stressing over the service history is because you may find some cars in the used market which are driven nearly 50,000 kilometers on the odometer, but when you check in the service history, their last service comes out to be 2.5 lakhs or 1.8 lakhs. Like this happened with me. I saw many S-Crosses before finalizing this one, and 80% of them had this major issue, the backing up of the odometer. Like the car showed that it has driven only 50,000 kilometers, 55,000 kilometers. I went to the showroom, checked out the service history, and I was shocked to see that the car has been driven for 2.5 lakhs, 2.2 lakhs. So this is some place you need to be very careful while buying the car. So that is another aspect where you have to keep your eyes wide open, and buying the S-Cross 1.6 will require you a lot of time and patience to search the proper car, because there are some desperate buyers, first owners who want to get rid of their car because of the incoming high expenses the car will offer them. For instance, if I tell you about the case with me, so I bought this car for 5.5 lakhs. I spent 18,000 on insurance. Then the very first day I gave it to Suzuki service to get the car in perfect shape, and that service costed me around 35,000 rupees. Now the inclusions over there were the normal service, and oil filters and oils change. Everything was changed, and the suspension setup had some parts to be changed. The brakes, disc brake setup, and the MF sensor was faulty. So there were a few things that had to be changed, and everything, including the labor, taxes, and everything, costed me something around 35,000. So this was a major expense I had to bear for the car. And apart from this, the main crucial part the S-Cross 1.6 gives is of the timing belt. The timing belt of the car has to be changed after 5 years or 1,40,000 kilometers, whichever comes first. So make sure your car has that part done, because my car currently has 90,000 kilometers on the odo. So I'm planning to do that change in the next few months. And apart from this, I'll also get the tires changed. So yeah, currently there are 45,000 rupees worth work remaining in this vehicle, but still that can be done within the next few months. And right now we'll get driving, and I'll discuss with you casually while driving around the city. So this was about the after sales prices part. The after sales will be expensive for this vehicle particularly, because this is not just any normal Suzuki car that will cost you very cheap after sales. The two major problems this car comes with is the availability of part, number one, and number two, prices of those parts. Both of these things will affect you. Like if you think this is a Suzuki car, after sales will be very cheap, or availability of parts is great, that is not the case with this car. So that is something you need to be ready. And while finalizing the S-Cross 1.6, make sure you just don't go to a single dealer or a single car. Make sure you check out as many cars as possible to get a wide idea of all the cars that are on offer in your city. And talking about the prices, the right price you should pay for a vehicle. So the prices may start from as low as 5 lakhs and can range up till 10 to 11 lakhs depending on the year. Like I had seen 2017 S-Cross 1.6, the Alpha model, and the pricing of that particular model was around 9.2 lakhs, but that was negotiable. So yeah, pricing does depend on the year and model you are choosing. Like I said, about 5 lakhs, there was 1.6 Delta model 2015. The costing of that was 5.2 lakhs plus negotiable. So yes, this car can be bought at a very cheap price, but it is not at all cheap to maintain. So these are two different things you need to keep in mind while buying the car. So we have discussed about the after sales prices and buying the car. Now the main question that arises over here is, should you be buying a used 1.6 S Cross or not? So the straight and simple answer to this would be, if you can maintain the car, if you can spend on the car, then you should surely go for it, because the car has great driving dynamics. We all know that. It is a great handler, the power is great, the punch on offer is extremely great, and the way it handles and high speed stability is absolutely immense. And no car of this price can actually match the S-Class 1.6. In the previous months of ownership, never did I feel that I am driving a slow car, or my car does not have enough power. So 320 Nm of torque, I mean, you can understand how much power that is. And this is a pretty family friendly car as well, because there's plenty of space available. It is very practical. So to summarize it, I would say, if you can maintain the car, if you can spend on the car, surely go ahead, and you can surely buy this car. This is a thumbs up from my side. No issues at all. So this was all about today's video, and I will also be uploading a video separately on the long-term report and my experience of owning this car, mainly how I faced some issues and how were those resolved. So those things I will discuss with you, so make sure you watch that video as well. And for now, I'd like to end this video. Thanks a lot for watching, and stay tuned.